Hi, YouTube. It's me, Miss Panda, and I'm coming at you today for another little quick video. I want to discuss another YouTuber by the name of Lady Bling. But first, before we get into this video, please hit that like button and don't forget to share and subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified whenever this channel drops new content. Woo child. Bling, bling, bling. Okay? Listen. The first thing that I noticed on her vlog is that she always seems disheveled and disoriented when she's on her vlogs. Did anybody else notice that, or is it just me? Another thing that I didn't like, Blaine, is that you allow your kids to walk around those campgrounds a little bit too freely for my liking. First off, you haven't been there that long to allow them to just walk around by themselves like that. Okay? What's the matter with you? You don't know those people like that. Anything can happen to those kids. Okay? You got to be careful. Just because everything looked nice and peaceful, you still got to watch your kids. So, anyway, first of all, you said that your kids keep following you around the campground as you go about the business of washing clothes and doing your other chores. You said that they were following you around because they're tired of being confined to the trailer. First off, Blaine, that's your fault that they're confined to the trailer. I don't blame Woods. I blame you. And the reason why I blame you is because you made the decision to move them to the campground. You act on impulse. You don't think things all the way through before you make decisions. Before you execute a decision, do you ever consider how your decisions is going to affect your family? It doesn't seem like you take your family's feelings into consideration. As a matter of fact, I don't think I know. And I'm going to tell you why. If you did consider your family in your decisions, I would start off with Woods first, okay? When you decided to move to this particular campground, did you consider how this move would affect Woods' job as far as distance? Did you think about that before you just jumped up and just moved? Before you started calling places? I don't think you did. Okay? I don't even think you even talked it over with Woods or the kids. Nobody. The second point I want to make is, did you consider how your decision would affect the kids in any way? Anybody who knows me knows that I genuinely love children. That's why I'm always going to advocate for kids, even if they aren't mine. Okay? You should have taken into consideration before you decided to move, finding an actual school for your kids, like a brick and mortar school. Homeschooling is okay, but I don't think that you really have the skills or the technique or the patience or the structure to sit up there and homeschool your kids. Okay? I know that your supporters might say that you homeschool them and you do a good job, but I don't believe that you are homeschooling them to me. It doesn't seem like it. I think you say that on camera to keep CPS from taking them away from you. That's what I think. But I'm not saying that they don't do work, but I don't think that they do work every single solitary day like you making it seem. I don't think so. Those kids are missing out on a lot as far as school. You need to get them into a school and stop being lazy. Even though you said the school was an hour away, you didn't feel like driving. Okay, fine, that's fine. I can understand that. That is a bit of a distance to, because you would have to get up extra early and then drive back and then turn back around and go get them. But you couldn't have set up transportation. You couldn't have found a school, closer to the campground that you're at. But then again, you don't want to find a school. And I'm going to tell you why, because you move the fuck around so much that it wouldn't even make sense for you to enroll them in school, because they'll be in school for about a week or two. And then next thing you know, you want to uproot them and move them somewhere else. So it wouldn't even make sense, really. So you need to get them, if you're gonna homeschool them, you need to get them go to somebody's school board or go online and get them a real curriculum, a homeschool curriculum, not just some shit that you just be winging. Those kids need to be in real school around other children their own age. It's okay for them to be around each other, but they need to be around kids their own age so that they can learn how to socialize. Socialization is important. Okay? They need to be able to be away from you sometimes. Just like you get tired of your kids and you fuss at them and you get tired of Woods, guess what, honey? Your kids get tired of you too. They're not going to tell you that, but they get tired of you too, hun. They don't always want to be stuck in no trailer. It's not healthy for you or them for them to be all up under you all damn day. How is that preparing them for real life? How is that preparing them for their future? What are they going to grow up to do? Know how to just be stuck inside of a trailer? How is that helping them moving forward in life? What type of life skills are you teaching them? You said in 10 days you up and you're going to be moving to Florida? Girl, have you lost your motherfucking mind? Again, that's what I mean. You have piss poor planning. Do you see what the fuck is going on in Florida right about now? Nigga, it's hurricane season right now. They just got over a storm. And you trying to uproot them and move them out there? You said, ooh, let me watch my wordplay with you. You pissing me off, girl. You making me real mad with you. I'm hot as fish grease with your motherfucking ass. And I don't even be cussing on here like that, but you made me mad today, girl. And then you had the audacity to say in 10 days? You can't plan shit in 10 days. You can't plan a move from a brick and mortar house in 10 days, let alone move from a camper. You're not even prepared. Girl, bye. Girl. And I noticed that when you speak, everything is I this. I paid this already. I. You don't care about nobody but yourself. It's always about you. A move like that takes money and it takes planning and strategy. You waste a lot of money on impulsive shit. That's why you can't never really save nothing. It's not that you don't make money, you just don't. It's poor management on your part. Knowing you'll probably get down there and not like it down there neither. It's not fair how you drag your kids all over the country. It's not fair. That's not fair. Kids need structure, and they need stability. And I'm sorry, you are not providing that. They can never get settled anywhere or make long-lasting friendships because you always moving them the fuck around. You don't seem to feel the need to have friendships. And that's fine. But they're children. They need that for emotional stability and just for socialization. You don't want them to grow up and be weird and not know how to socialize and talk or engage with people. They need socialization in every aspect of their lives. Whether they work a job, own their own business, whether they're in college, whatever they do, you have to know how to move and shake and socialize with people. And Woods, I got a problem with you. I got a problem with you because I don't know why the fuck you be following her every fucking where when she make these dumbass decisions. You don't put your foot down and tell her that her decisions is just dumb. Even if you don't tell her no, why can't you just tell her to just wait? Let's plan this a little bit better. Let's stack our money up a little bit. And let's go in a couple of months when we get our money together. When we pay this off, pay that off, then we can sit up there and save some money. Then we'll take our time and just make a list of what type of amenities and what expectations you would want in a campsite. Because they have different kinds. They have different levels. They have some that have more things than others. And think about what would be beneficial for your family, not just you. What type of activities do they have for the kids? What type of jobs do they have in that area? For your husband. You need to think about those types of things so you won't always be strapped for cash all the time. And Woods, you come across as spineless. And Bling, you come across as controlling and insecure. And the reason why I call you that is because you always want him up underneath you. And you feel like if he's not around you, that he's always going to be, cheating on you or whatever the case may be. Girl, bye. Don't nobody want him. I'm not saying that he ain't doing his thing on a low, on a sneak on the side. Listen, but girl, don't nobody want him but you. And the way you talk to Woods about what you wanted to do, you didn't even ask him. He's not even totally on board with your plan because he knows that y'all don't have the means financially to facilitate this type of move. He knows that. You set you and your family up for failure every time. I'm sorry to say this, but your older kids knew what was up. They knew what time it was. That's why they didn't want no to go with you on this journey. They didn't want no parts of that shit. I watched that vlog, even though it was like maybe a year ago or whatever. I watched that vlog when you first set your family down. You had a nice. You walked away from a beautiful home. I give you credit. I give credit where credit is due. That house that you and Woods had, that was a nice little house that you walked away from to live in an RV with hardly no room, with all your kids cramped up in one space. That was a nice house. I saw the look on your older kid's face. They said, I'm not leaving my friends. I'm not leaving my house. Even though they did have to leave the house because obviously you gave it up. But they in the comfort of their grandmother's house, honey. They wasn't going for that mess. They are not stupid. They knew what time it was. They would have been miserable because they're older and they got used to certain things. You and the way you talk to Woods like he's your child. What nerve you have to call that man and tell him that you leaving? That's what I mean by you selfish, Bling. You didn't say that we're leaving or what. You didn't even say that. You said you was leaving. And you didn't even give a damn whether the man came with you or not. You was going. That's what you said. And I heard it out your mouth when you said it today. So you can't even deny it. And anybody who watched that vlog heard you say that. That makes me feel like you don't even care about that man. And who do you think you are making that man quit his job? Whew, I gotta bite my tongue. I gotta bite my tongue because I almost slipped and called you a name. But I'm gonna bite my tongue. Okay? What woman, I can't even call you a woman, would stop a man from getting his money? Are you a fool? Or you a damn fool? Are you stupid or are you dumb? Which one? You a hater. That's what you are. You a hater that likes to live in struggle. You ain't happy unless you struggling. Every time that man takes the initiative to get up and get a job, every single time he plant his foot, even though it might not be a six-figure job, he might not be making enough money, a whole lot of money. And I ain't even trying to be on no funny style, shady. And I know I could throw my little shade a little bit here and there. I ain't gonna lie about it. But every single time that man try to make a decision to get up, dust himself off, and try to do something with himself, instead of sitting around in a fucking camper all day with you, don't nobody want to do that bull crap and sit and depend on you for money, nickel and dime, and give him $20 here and $10 there. He want his own money. He want to feel like something. And I noticed, I peeped that in you. I noticed that. It's a pattern with you. I watch patterns with people. Fuck what they say. I watch patterns with people. You always want to get up and uproot them so he could fall back on his behind. And his work history probably looks horrible. Because every time you turn around, he's always quitting his job. And it's because of you. And then you probably be in his ear when he be laying around or whatever in the trailer with you, telling him to get up and he'll bum and go get a job and this and that. But then when he do it, you want him to quit. He couldn't even do DoorDash in peace. He couldn't even do, you gotta make everything about you. I noticed that about you. It always gotta be about you. It ain't about the kids, it ain't about Wood, it ain't about nobody. It's always about you. He couldn't even do DoorDash in peace. He don't want to drag you and them kids around all the time. Sometimes he just want to go out and just make his money and just whatever. He gotta be in a trailer with you all day, and then when he go to work, he gotta be with you all day. Then he come home, he gotta be with you all day. That's why you always bumping heads with him, because that's too much. I don't care how in love you are with somebody. Every now and then you need space from each other. That's overwhelming. And you too fucking whiny. And that's annoying. And I'm a whole woman and you get on my nerves with that whiny crap. And I know he don't like that. It's a turn off. And it's not attractive. Then you complain that he was taking the car and leaving you and the kids in the trailer without a car. Girl, a girl almost called you a name. Let me bite my tongue. Girl, let me bring it on down. Bling, let me tell you something. Let me sit up. I gotta sit up for this. Let me sit up for this one. Bling, you don't never go nowhere. Bling, stop lying. You don't go nowhere, Bling. Every time I watch your vlog, you know where I see you? You go to the laundromat. If you're not going to the laundromat and washing clothes on the campsite, you get in your trunk and you put like about 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 11,000 bags of laundry in the back of that SUV and be at the laundry wash house, whatever you want to call it, taking up all the wash machines. You don't, every time I see you just be stuck inside. The bottom line is you could have saved your money because don't say you ain't got no money. Don't try to lie and act like you ain't got no money because first of all, I know your supporters be sending you money. You be making them little cute nails. I ain't gonna lie, the nails is cute. You got talent when it comes down to that. So if you can make these moves, because first of all, pulling a camper from state to state with the price of gas, yeah, that's expensive. That's money you could have used to got you a little piece of car. It didn't have to be no brand new. It ain't have to be no Lexus. It ain't have to be no Mercedes Benz. It ain't have to be nothing fancy or extravagant. Woods look like he handy to me. Say whatever you want to say about that man. But trust me, that other trailer that y'all had, that camper that y'all had, he used to keep that camper from falling apart. He was always tinkering and fixing something. So even if you got you a little piece of car, you could have got you a Honda. Hondas are very reliable. You could have got you a Toyota Camry, a used one, for like maybe 1,500 on it. Maybe at the most like maybe $3,000 to get you a nice sturdy one. You don't want to break it down all the time. But I'm quite sure if it's something lightweight, I'm sure that Woods could get up underneath the hood and keep the fluids together as far as like keeping the oil in it, making sure everything, the fluids is properly, maintained so that the car won't be breaking down. He could fix a flat tire and stuff like that. So you could miss me with that. You could have just easily got another car. You just didn't want to have no other car because you want to have a reason to complain and fuss at that man. You want to have a reason to control him and keep him up underneath you. Because you wasn't even worried about that car until that man started door dashing. Once he started door dashing and started getting a little bit independent, then that's when it became an issue. And you was mad because Woods was becoming a little bit more independent, like a man is supposed to be. And he was helping to provide, and you couldn't control him like you could before. Because he was helping paying them bills in that house. So he was standing up to you a little bit more and not really, he was putting his foot down a little bit more. And you ain't like that. That's why you got mad and wanted to break up with him and start throwing a fit and all this and that. Because you didn't feel like you was in control anymore. Long as you was the sole provider and the breadwinner, he had to kind of just tuck his head down and do as you say or get put out. Mm. That man can't even deal with you unless he high to the moon. Okay? He go to the moon so much because he don't have to deal with you and your bullshit. Let me tell you something, Blaine. You a liar. You gassed them kids and wood up every time y'all about to move to another campsite. You always make it seem like it's going to be so much better than where you are currently so that they can be excited about this move because you know you full of shit. That's why you got to gas and lie and cap like that. Then when y'all move, you never take them nowhere. You always promise them, oh, it's going to be so much better. And, oh, it's this, that, and the other. Whoop, 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 da, da, da. Then when you get there, it don't be nothing there. They don't be doing nothing. I don't never see you really taking them kids nowhere. I seen you take them skating one time. I thought that that was a really cute activity. And I think your supporters paid for that. I remember that. They sent you some money. That's why you took them skating. I seen you take them out to eat before, like one time. But for the most part, you and Woods go out and eat, and be leaving them kids behind. And you and him go out to eat a lot and be leaving them kids behind. It couldn't be me, and I'm gonna tell you why. There's no in hell, no way in hell that I, as a mother, a good mother, will feel comfortable leaving my kids on a campsite, no less, in the middle of nowhere, around people that I don't know, by their damn self. You could call me paranoid. You can call me whatever you want to call me. I used to watch Friday the 13th, and I'm a horror movie fanatic. There ain't nowhere in hell I'm leaving my kids nowhere on a campsite by themselves. Everywhere I move, we move as a unit. If I go, we going. They ain't gonna be left by themselves. I tell you that. The only way I feel comfortable is I move somewhere and I know my family is there. Like a family member that I'm real close and cool and trustworthy. Because you can't trust all your family neither, yeah. But if it's a family member that I'm comfortable with, then that's different. I'll just leave, drop the kids off to them and let them know that me and so-and-so is going out for a few hours. I'll call a check on them, whatever. I'll be back around this time. That before I was leaving them by themselves, girl, you crazy. All somebody got to do is watch you and wait for you to leave, you and Woods to leave, and hook your entire camper up to a truck or another trailer and drive and steal your house with your camper with your kids in it. Okay? Then you was up there fake crying too. Let's talk about the fake crying you was doing today, girl. You know you was fake crying so that your supporters can send you some donation money to help you with the moving expenses, honey. You are not slick. I got up, yeah, I'm petty. I got up close to the TV because I wanted to see at least one tear come down your face. I want to see it. Girl, I ain't see no tear come down your face, girl. Then you had the nerve to say that you are excited for your children to experience what you want them to experience. Keyword you. You don't know what those kids want to experience. And why do they have to experience what you want them to experience? That's the first thing. You don't care about them because it's always about you. It's always about you. It's always been about you. You steady wiping your face, and I ain't see not one tear, not one, girl. And you was just steady wiping away at your imaginary tears. I mean, you was sniffling and everything, girl. I mean, you was performing. I give it to you. You was digging all in your nose and everything, girl. Bye. You ain't fooling no damn body. I ain't got much money, but honey, I'm keeping my little money right on in my purse. You ain't getting shit. Because they'll send you some money, and then 10 days after that, you get down there, and then that Florida weather start up. They might not get snow down there like that, but trust me, they get a lot of rain, hurricane season, stuff like that, honey. And you be ready for them to send you some more money for you to get up and move. Girl, bye. It's struggle. Everybody's struggling out here. You better get with it. And why do you be letting your kids roam around a campsite by themselves? And you didn't know where they was at. I seen you walking around yelling and calling them. What the hell is wrong with you, girl? How you letting them roam around like that? And you didn't know where they was at? That's what I'm talking about. I ain't even gonna say that. I'm just gonna sit there right there. And I'm gonna need you to do me a favor. Take them damn braids out your hair because they look dusty. Okay? Take them out. Thank you. I don't understand why you want to live like a nomad. That campsite looked deserted and spooky to me. It looked like a scene from a horror movie to me. It just was quiet. It wasn't dirty or nothing. It just looked super duper eerie looking, like something like something's about to jump out at you or something. That's what it looked like to me. Maybe, like I said, maybe it's because I watch too many horror movies. But that's what, when I think of a campsite, that's where my mind immediately just goes, because I watch like so much Friday the 13th and like The Hills Have Eyes type movies and Blair Witch Project and stuff like that. But anyway, and then you just disrespectful. You don't have no type of finesse about you. You're irritating, walking around yelling and calling their names because you didn't know where they at. And then you found out that they snuck away to a game room to get away from you. That's why they didn't tell you, because they didn't want to be bothered with you. That's why they didn't tell you. Girl, that took a lot out of me. You was getting on my nerves today, girl. But like I said, if you like it, I love it. But anyway, thank you for listening to me. And don't forget to hit the like button, share and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever Miss Panda Talk Time drops another video. Thank you for listening and be blessed.